Hey guys, it is time for lesson 1.5. No calculator, so sorry. You're going to have to actually use your brain today.
You can do it. We believe in you. Alrighty.
All right,
Oh, wait.
objective today, find sums and differences of real numbers, adding and subtracting integers.
There you go.
Okay, so first we're going to talk about absolute value. Absolute value is defined as the distance a number is away from 0 on a number line. So for example, 4 and -4, they both have the same absolute value of 4.
Exactly.
They're both 4 places away from 0 on the number line.
Right. So I like to think of it as distance. So if I say, how far is Lawrence, Kansas from here? You wouldn't say it's -30 miles to the east or -30 miles to the west. You would just say it's 30 miles from here. So we just want to know that number value from the starting point, so from 0 here.
Cool. All right, so now we're talking about adding real numbers. We're not going to worry about subtracting quite yet. So
remember, all numbers are real numbers, folks.
Well, except for, oh yeah, you're right.
That's what we know now.
Well, actually, there are imaginary numbers.
Or not there.
Okay, it's an I. There, you just learned something really huge.
Oh, magic.
Okay, so adding real numbers. So any kind of real number, we're going to focus on integers right now. So the example that we have here is when you have the same sign, you find the sum. So if you're adding two positive numbers or two negative numbers, you simply add them together and keep the sign the same. Okay?
Yeah.
How about adding with different signs? Different signs, find the difference. Talk about it, Whit.
Okay. So you take the bigger number, subtract it from the smaller number, and then take the sign of the bigger number.
I believe in 7th grade you guys did DSL and SAK. I could never really figure out how that really worked,
Yeah.
so I just knew that I needed to, if the signs were different, I would subtract the numbers and keep the bigger sign.
Yep. So you won't ever hear us say DSL or SAK. Throw it out.
Wah, wah.
Okay. Let's get going. Maybe. Oh.
There it is. All right, so let's practice. There's no answers, no answer boxes.
Oh, come on.
I know. I hope that we get it right.
I'm stressed.
Okay, so again, what's the first step in finding each sum? You have to identify whether the add-ins or the things you're adding together have the same sign or a different sign, and then choose the right rule. And we've got
Okay.
the rule in the right-hand corner for you.
So here I see a -14 and a +9. So
Okay.
they have different signs.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Take the bigger number, absolute value of the biggest number.
Mm-hmm.
So it'd be 14. Subtract it from 9, which is
5.
5. Okay, so is my answer 5 or -5?
No, it's -5
How do you know?
because the bigger number has the sign.
There you go.
I always like to think of it as money because it makes more sense to me to think money-wise. So if you are -$14 in your lunch account and they tell you that you need to bring money and all you bring is $9, you still can't buy anything because you still have $5 left to go to reach that 0, that distance left to get to 0.
Perfect. Okay,
All right,
number B.
number B.
Number B.
I know you love it.
Okay.
-15 plus -4. Same sign.
Mm-hmm.
Add them together. Keep the sign. 15 plus 4 is 19. Keep that negative.
Negative.
Boom.
Guys, remember this can also be written without that plus sign. So just -15 minus 4. So if you see that, it's still the exact same thing.
Okay. -3.6 plus 10.8. Why don't you take this one away?
You know what? I think it's calling you.
Okay.
Actually, why don't you do it?
You do it. Pause
Okay.
it. See if you can get it. You pause it.
Where is it?
Down the bottom. Boom, and the answer is right there.
Okay.
So we subtracted because the signs were different. So 10.8 minus 3.6 end up with 7.2. 10.8 has the larger value or the larger absolute value, so that's why we kept it positive.
Got it. Guys, I know decimals are scary. If you just line up the decimals, it's pretty easy to solve it.
You guys remember that from 6th grade. Okay, now we have numbers that are called opposites. Opposites have the same distance away from 0. So you've got 3 and -3. They're the same distance away from 0, so they are called opposites.
Opposites.
They are also called additive inverses, meaning that if I were to add those two things together, it would equal 0.
Got it.
Okay,
So here is the math version of that. So A plus -A is the same thing as -A plus A, which is 0.
right. And it's called the inverse property of addition, or you can actually call it additive inverse. I'm okay with that. Are you okay?
Anything works.
I'm good with it.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so we are going to use additive inverses or opposites to subtract real numbers. To see how, look at the number line below, which models 3 minus 5 and 3 plus negative 5. Guys, it's the same thing. 3 minus 5, you change that minus in the middle to plus negative, and it's the same exact
Same thing.
So they start at 3, and we know we're subtracting 5, so we move
It is.
5 places to the left.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So 3 minus 5, or 3 plus negative 5, is negative 2.
There you go. Again, in algebra, get used to seeing it this way because they're going to start getting rid of that or that plus, that extra sign, because we're going to be adding so much other stuff into this.
No, man.
It's coming.
Okay, let's look at some more examples. Okay, so now we're finding differences. Negative 6 minus negative 12.
Red flag, red flag.
I'm a real stickler on this one.
I am too.
If you see minus negative, gosh darn it, you make it plus positive.
There you go. Guys, I like to think of it like magnets. You know how you've ever messed with magnets, and if you get the two negative sides together, you can't hook them. They just, you know what I'm talking about?
I totally do, but
Yeah.
I feel like they're looking at you funny.
Like this.
Because that looks
Okay?
weird.
Then if you flip it, and then it will connect.
It'll stick together.
Okay? So that's what I like to think. If it's two negatives, they just don't go. Just like in English class, you would not say, don't never, can't never.
Can't not.
Yeah. See,
Something.
that's a double negative when we don't like it in math or English. Cross-curricular.
What? All right, so negative 6 plus positive 12, which was minus negative, we're going to end up with,
So you can rewrite that.
just like this, which now we have different signs, and then it's adding. So we're going to subtract the 2, keep the sign of the larger value. We're going to have positive 6.
There you go.
All right, 2.1 minus 9.6. Change it to
Yep.
plus negative.
So you can change it. 2.1 plus negative 9.6. Or if you just look at that number alone, you can see that it's negative 9.6.
The minus sign goes, it can be both. It can be a minus sign or a negative sign.
Yep.
All right, so different signs. We're going to subtract the two values. So 9.6 minus 2.1. Line up them decimal points. And then we're going to keep the sign of the larger number. So 7.5.
Yeah, this is real bad. Okay. Yep. Positive, negative.
Well, I think it's going to be negative because the minus sign's in front of the 9.6.
You got it.
All right. Wow. C is super hard. I don't know what to do.
We believe in you.
I don't know. I don't know if they can do it.
I do.
You think so?
Yeah.
You haven't even been here. You don't even
In
know.
spirit. In spirit. I just had to spit on
Spit
her.
on me.
Yeah. Okay, so single minus.
Can you do it? I think it's 0.
Got it.
Oh my
I don't even
gosh.
have to help you.
I know.
It's good.
Okay, let's keep going. Wow, word problems.
Okay.
Okay.
A reef explorer dives 20 feet to photograph
Brain coral? What is this? Sorry.
We're gonna have to Google that. We don't know what brain coral is.
Somebody do it and tell me.
Yeah. And then rises 7 feet to travel over a ridge before diving 31 feet to survey the base of the reef. Then the diver rises 18 feet to see an underwater cavern. Cavern?
Cavern?
Cavern. What is the location of the cavern in relation
My dog does not like this problem.
in relation to sea level?
Okay, so rising and falling up and down, okay? So if you think of, oh my gosh, that's a stupid dog. If you think of sea level at 0,
Okay.
he's going to dive 20 feet. So he's going to go down 20. Oh,
Hang on.
oh, wow. Hang on, we got artiste.
We dive 20.
So he's going to go negative 20
So I'm going down 20. Exactly.
from 0. Should we start with 0 minus 20?
That's what I did. That's 0.
Oh, I thought maybe in the math
Oh.
problem. It's okay, we can start with just minus 20.
Whatever.
Okay, to photograph brain coral.
Got it.
And then he goes up, rises 7 feet, so plus 7, right?
Yep.
Oh, I see. You're doing math in the picture. Got it. Okay.
Math is everywhere.
It is.
So
Even in the ocean.
Remember that.
You can't even get away from it. Okay. Before diving 31 feet to survey the base of the reef. So then,
So he dives 31 again.
down 31.
So minus 31.
Then man, this guy is all over. He's going to
Yeah,
get the bends.
This brain curl is good. Okay.
So then he's going to rise back up 18 feet from where he was. I love the green. Somebody said they couldn't see the green. I can see it
I
really
can
well.
see it really well.
It's probably the background. All right, so here's our entire math problem. So let's just do it all together. So
Okay.
negative 20 gets me to negative 20.
Yep. So break it up. It's like order of operations or something.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So I'm at negative 20. I'm
Mhm.
going to go up 7.
Okay.
So that's going to get me to negative 13.
Yep.
Because I just subtracted in my brain coral. All right, so I have negative 13 minus 31. So I'm going back down 31. So from 13, negative 13 and 31, those are both negative. So I can add them together.
'em.
So 44.
Negative.
Negative 44.
Plus 18.
Plus 18 going back up. So I can subtract those two because they have different signs. So 44 minus 18.
Right, so remember 44 on top. Remember, no calculator, guys, so we expect to see all these chicken scratches on your paper. Okay? So you can go old school here. So if you don't know what 4 minus 8 is, go 3. 14 minus 8.
6.
And then 3 minus 1.
2.
So is my answer positive or negative?
I believe that would be negative. Man,
Okay.
I hope that you can see that down the bottom.
Now, this is, I'm still in the red. So this is negative 26 what? Because it is a story problem.
Well, it is negative 26 feet below sea level.
Well, that's a little specific.
Okay. Oh, well,
Boom.
got it.
Okay.
Okay.
Wow,
Wow.
our time is up, guys.
Can you believe it? All right. On a number line, how is subtraction of a negative related to addition of a positive? So remember, subtraction of a negative. Well, I don't want to give you the answer. I was about to do it. Okay.
Okay. We'll
Hey.
talk about it tomorrow.
We'll see you on the flip side.
Okay.